just pick an answer that has nothing. So I have all of these are causes of this except. And then the except question will be so stupid. All of these are part of the Indian subcontinent, Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, and then I'll put China. Now, they can't.
You can't figure that out, man. Something's wrong with you.
There's something wrong.
Something's wrong.
So I'm like, are you reading this? Are you thinking? Are you really reading? Okay. And then once in a while, if it doesn't make sense, I'll give them an answer. Then they'll say, well, give us another answer. They don't have to go through all. The tests are frustrating times, and they're actually kind of fun watching them deal with it. So, they'll. What's number 28? And I'm, doing something else. D, and then it'll be a stupid answer. Oh, that's not it, and then it'll be, another uproar. So, but the smarter people, I will have them more so spread out or in the front.
I assign seats.
I assign them to a certain place because
I assign seats.
I don't want people cheating off of them.
Yeah.
And now with the phones that students have,
they'll
take a picture of the test and send it maybe to somebody in another period. Or
you're not allowed to have anything on the desk, but
they find a way. They find a way.
Kids.
Cheating is rampant. Cheating is really bad, especially this year. I haven't seen anything as bad as it is this year. No one wants to think. And kids are afraid of tests. I don't think people should be afraid of tests. I think tests that's all they are. You either do well or you don't. You either know the information or you don't know the information. And I feel that way about all of them. The SAT, the PSAT, the ACT,
but the thing about it,
all of them. Either you know or you don't know. And so why people get stressed out over it.
But the thing about
why
it
is that?
Even sometimes if you give the kids the questions, they still don't get it. And I'm like, when I went to school, man, the professor said, we doing chapter 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 8. Study what we went over in class. Use your book. That's it, man. These kids come, Professor, can I get a practice test? I'm like, a practice test? Some of the kids, can I get notes? Can I get some cheat notes? Other professors allow people to come to school with a note card of notes. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. I'm like, I'm encouraging you. So I'm going to encourage you. You
have a little crib sheet, yes.
Yeah, you have a little crib sheet. You write all these damn small notes on there, right? Back and front. And you know what some people are going to do? They're going to staple 2 cards together, right? Stick 2 cards together, right? Front and back. Just sting the edges. And then they're going to turn it around. But no, I'm not encouraging you in that. Right? It is shocking, the things that, and they would ask like nonchalant. It's like, no big deal. It's mind-boggling. When we went to school, and when you went to school too, as far as school today, it's really different.
Yes, it is very different. And what's so sad about it is that there are all these resources for them.
Man.
There's so much information out there.
Everything. They got tutors. Back then, I never went to a tutor. Tutor? What are you talking about? Man, you gotta go deal with that stuff on your own. I was a business major. Oh, I took statistics, man. I don't know what the hell was going on in statistics. But I had to find a way. I formed a statistic group with the brightest kid in the class. Mm-hmm. So it's like it is.
Well, it's certainly an indictment on the community, not the community, but the world in which we live.
Everybody want anything handed to them.
That's right.
The Strollers present Fuddy Mears, a dark, absurdist farce about all that is imperfect and flawed in the human condition. Come see it at the Bergdorf Center for the Performing Arts on 10 Durand Road in Maplewood. Friday and Saturday performances are on March 6th, 7th, 13th, and 14th at 8 p.m., with a Sunday matinee on March 8th at 2 p.m. Visit thestrollers.org for tickets and details. Don't stay at home. Come play with the Strollers.
So what have you seen done in South Orange and Maplewood for Black History Month?
Well, I mean, I see things here. You know, first of all, it's gone for a week. It's been a very cold Black History Month.
Yeah, I know.
It's been cold, Anselm.
Did you look at the Facebook page?
Yes.
Did
Facebook page.
Did you see
Some
the
more Facebook page?
No, that was my face. Did you see the Marcus Garvey video or audio?
No, I didn't see that video.
Know yourself.
What do you think about Marcus Garvey?
Oh man, that guy was under money, man. For a guy coming from Jamaica, you know, we had Kwame Ture from Trinidad and Tobago. We had Marcus Garvey from Jamaica. Right?
And a whole host of other people that.
Then we had Medgar Evers. Medgar Evers.
Is he from
Right?
Trinidad?
He was from Trinidad?
I don't know.
I don't know where he was from. We had a lot of people back then that were foreigners. And we had another guy from Haiti. There was a Haitian guy too. There was a lot of them, and they were called Pan-Africans.
Huh.
You know, and the stuff they were spewing, man, was real good information. You can talk about it today. Remember we played that Marcus Garvey one that we played? You know, so I mean, these guys were on the money. We don't have guys like those anymore.
Maybe we do. We just don't hear from them.
Like who?
I don't know, but maybe we do. We just don't hear
No, we
from
don't.
them.
If they were out there, we would hear them. We would hear them.
All right, so let's look for some contemporary leadership today. You've been back in that? You can't say that, but what did you think about this whole Marcus Garvey? I mean, in the small amount of time we have left, Back to Africa movement. What did you think of that?
That would be a tough one.
Why is that?
Because a lot of us, even though that's where it originated from, right? A lot of us don't know that land. For example, if I'm going to say back to Africa, I'm going to quicker say, back to Trinidad and Tobago, right? Because that's where I'm most comfortable. That's where I grew up, and I come to America and I had to get acclimatized with the way things are done in America. If I leave America and go to Africa, I'm going to have to get acclimatized to the way things are done in Africa. The food are going to be different. The culture is going to be different.
You just make your food that you eat normally at your house.
Yeah, but the cultural stuff.
You don't have to eat what they're eating, do you? You don't have to.
But you may not get the stuff to do what you need to do. You may not get the stuff.
Flour, oil. What else does one need in this world? Water, bananas, mango. What do you need that's not going to be there?
There's stuff that you get in the Caribbean that you... well, you know what? Maybe you're right. Maybe there's stuff that you get in Caribbean you could get in Africa. Mm-hmm. But I think it would be
chicken. What else do black people need? I mean,
chicken. I think it would be totally different. In order for you to go, you can live in Africa.
I could live there, but like I've said many times, I would prefer to have a lot of other black Americans with me.
See, that's what I'm saying to you.
Because I would need my own tribe there, but
you just can't
could
go
live
there.
without them.
You can't just go there on your own and decide, look, I'm going to move to Tanzania. I'm gonna pick up and I'm gonna move to Ghana. It's gonna be tough. Just like you can't pick up and say I'm gonna move to Trinidad and Tobago. But I would think though that if you're gonna move to Trinidad and Tobago, the adjustment would be easier than if you move to Ghana.
Why do you say?
Because I think the Caribbean is more global in a sense, and certain. Ghana might not be that global. Kenya might not be that global. Tanzania might not be that global. And there's certain things you may not be able to get.
Like what?
In Ghana that you may be able to get in Trinidad. Because Trinidad and Tobago is like America. Is America?
From what I've seen in this world, there's almost nothing that you can't get somewhere else. I mean, I haven't been in any Eastern Europe, well, except for a long, long time ago to Bulgaria. But I haven't been in Eastern European countries, and I really don't have any desire to. So, in my experience, And
you mean like Finland or one of those countries?
No, like Poland or Russia or any of those places.
Why not?
I wouldn't want to go. There are places that I would want to go on this earth and places I do not want to go. And those are places I would not want to go. I don't want to go, especially thinking right now, any place that has cold, right? I don't like totally looking like the minority. You know, I told you I've been to Vietnam, and it was interesting, but I would not necessarily want to go back because I could not. It took me 2 weeks until I found somebody that was as brown as I am. And I just need to see other people that look like me. What when you went to
Tanzania?
Well, Tanzania, there's many people that are brown like me.
I know, but could you identify with them?
Well, I mean, I've been to Tanzania 5 times, so I can identify. I speak just enough Swahili to get along, and I can be charming enough to get the things that I need. But if I have another American, specifically another Black American, I mean, because I have to process information, so I have to talk to somebody about what I've seen every day. But then, you know, you've got the internet. I could be on Skype and do that with whomever every day. You know, I was reading some issue about people who now do these travel abroad programs, students, and they can just Skype each other or, you know, text all day long, and you've really never left the United States. It's not like back in the old days where it was hard to get a line out of the country. So, I mean, you could Skype anywhere right now. There's nothing right now in my mind of Tanzania, and I was just there 2 summers ago, there's nothing there that's not there. Way back in the day, in the late 80s and mid 90s when I would go, things were missing. But there's nothing that isn't there right now. So anybody can handle it. You know, just deal with malaria and mosquitoes. But I mean, you got to deal with that in Guyana, you know, or you got mosquitoes in Trinidad. Yes. Yeah. Big, gigantic ones that, you know, come and attack you. Yeah, so there you go.
The ones that come before by your ear make all that noise, man. Like, bzzz. Oh, coming to wake you up, man.
Good morning.
Like, I'm coming to wake you up. But you ever been to Union Island?
No.
Man. We went to Union Island, and we went, that's when my son was young. He was like maybe 4 or 5 or 6. And we had to sleep with a net. Those damn mosquitoes at night, they just wait for you, man. They said, yo, what time you guys are going to sleep? They'd be like, we going about 11. Don't worry, man. We come hang with you at 10:45. So we had to put this net over us.
Right.
And then sometimes we went to another place. We had to sleep with a buzzer. It sung like a mosquito. And you put a battery in it, and it makes this kind of buzzing noise. And the mosquito thought it was something else, and they stayed away.
Oh, that's kind of interesting. I've never heard of anything like that.
Yeah.
Now, I've slept with mosquito nets many times, and okay, slept with a mosquito net once in Guyana. And if your hand is on that net, they will get you.
No, you have to be enclosed in the net.
And really deep inside the middle of it, and you have to make sure there are no mosquitoes. Because if there's a mosquito inside the net, you're even worse off. Yeah. So, I mean, yeah, that's not cool. But I mean, and you live through that, not unless the mosquitoes are carrying malaria. Then you get
there's
issues.
Something called chikungunya now.
What's that?
It's this type of disease when they said it's carried by mosquitoes, and it weakens your limbs. You can't walk. Your joints are painful. You can't walk. I heard it's really bad.
No, I mean, I don't know. The question is, how come we can't come up with something? You see, so people are aware of the problems that exist in these developing countries. Why can't we come up with something, some kind of cure, or some kind of way to alleviate these issues?
Don't let them give you no vaccination, though, because this vaccination causes other stuff. Do you take the flu vaccination?
No, I've never taken one.
Why am I taking the flu vaccination?
So you don't get the flu?
I know, I understand that, though. But what about the other stuff that vaccination is putting in me? Causing other stuff. Because, they experiment with that stuff all the time. We used to get those polio shots.